Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Thomas Gieboy. It is time for the tropical update, but before we start, I just want to say happy Father's Day out there to all the dads out there. We definitely appreciate what you guys do. So, if you've been following the weather closely over the past few days, you know that we have been watching two tropical waves very, very closely. One of those is in the eastern Atlantic. The other one is towards the Yucatan Peninsula near Belize. We'll talk about that one in just a moment, but we'll start a little bit further away and we'll work our way closer towards us. But the one that is in the eastern Atlantic has been given the designation potential tropical cyclone 2. The National Hurricane Center can now issue watches and warnings based upon a system that has the potential to form and that they think will form. So you can actually see tropical storm warnings before a system even forms, and that is what we have with potential tropical cyclone 2 for islands such as Barbados and St. Vincent. However, this is very far away from us, and we're not necessarily worried about this system. However, we will continue to watch this closely. Moving closer towards us, the one near the Yucatan Peninsula, we've seen a little bit more thunderstorm activity. The low pressure continues to get a little bit stronger. However, there's still no defined circulation, so it is not a tropical depression just yet. It is not a tropical cyclone. However, it does have the makings that it could potentially be one, and that is why the National Hurricane Center has given it an 80% chance of forming within the next 48 hours. And if it doesn't form within the next 48 hours, it has a 90% chance of forming within the next 5 days. And that area you see highlighted in red would be the potential development region for that potential system. Now, since it doesn't have a defined circulation just yet, model data are still going to be a little bit unreliable to this point. However, model projections are kind of all over the place. A lot of them take it west into the western Gulf of Mexico, then some take it into the northern Gulf of Mexico, and then some take it into the eastern Gulf of Mexico as well. So a lot of variability with these spaghetti plots, but what the spaghetti plots don't tell you is the potential strength of a system and also how large a system can be. The possibility of landfall stretches all the way from the northern coast of Mexico all the way towards the Big Bend of Florida. It's a very large surface area, but models will start to get a little bit better if this thing actually does begin to form. So moving through the forecast, this is just one of the models. This is the European model. Now there are a lot of different models out there, but the trend for this model has been pushing it into the western Atlantic. But notice on the eastern half of the area where you see rotation at the center part of your screen, as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico, this forecast model takes it a little bit further west, but as you see on the eastern half of the system, potentially a lot of rain will fall. So regardless if it becomes a strong tropical system or not, most likely it is going to drop a lot of rain on a particular area. Now this, once again, is just a forecast model. This isn't an actual forecast, so take this with a grain of salt. But anything that moves towards the Gulf of Mexico that is tropical has the potential to drop a lot of rain. So even if it's not a strong tropical depression or tropical storm, it still has the potential to drop a lot of rain. And the next couple of names that would be coming off the list, if we do see those two tropical waves get names, would be Brett and also Cindy, and then you can continue going on down the line from there. So important to make sure that you stay up to date on air, online at WKRG.com like you're doing now. Also, don't forget to follow the First Alert Storm Team on social media. You can follow me personally on WKRG Thomas Gieboy on Facebook, and you can also follow me on Twitter as well. If you're new to the area or if you haven't even watched our hurricane special yet, I would encourage you to do so. It is on WKRG.com and it's called Hurricane Simple Safety. You can find that once again on WKRG.com. I'm meteorologist Thomas Gieboy. We'll talk to you guys soon, everyone. Have a great evening.